My name is Louis Laurent Mary Claire.
Hello, my name is Thomas H. Gallaudet.
When I was 1 year old, I fell off my high chair and landed in the kitchen fireplace. It was never clear whether the accident damaged my hearing or if I was born this way. But I lost almost all of my hearing and sense of smell.
Throughout my life, I was always hearing, so I never had problems like that.
The deaf community gave me a name sign. This name sign resembles the scars that I've received from this accident that I had.
When I was 15, I attended Yale. I impressed all the people I was around with my genius attributes. Although I attended this prestigious school, I wasn't sure what career I wanted to pursue. I tried lawyer and clerk and peddler and minister. I didn't like any of them.
During my childhood, my parents tried as many things as they could to bring back my hearing. They tried acid in my hearing, using types of honey, even sticking a tube all the way into my ear.
I lived next to a great family who had a deaf daughter. They approached me and asked if I could help find a way to educate their deaf daughter. I wasn't sure what the future was going to hold, but I knew this is what I was going to do.
When I was 12 years old, my uncle, godfather, who was also named Laurent Claire, enrolled me in the first deaf public school. This school is called the Institut National des Yoins Sourds Muets.
When I found out this news, the family of the little girl and other deaf families funded me to make a trip to Great Britain to further my studies. I found out that a family in Britain tried to further deaf education there, and I knew what I had to do. The Brae family and I immediately opened the Connecticut Asylum for the educated and instructed the deaf and dumb persons.
My first teacher, who later became my mentor and lifelong friend, was Jean Massou. He was 25 years old and deaf like me. I will always remember him and will always be friends.
During one of my study trips to Europe, I was introduced to a man by the name Sickard and to Laurent Clerk. This guy right here.
At the time, I was Sickard's chief assistant and was teaching the highest class in his university. This is also when I started giving private lessons to Thomas.
I thought the Laurent character was a master teacher, so I invited him to come to America with me to help open the Connecticut Asylum for the educated and instructed the deaf and dumb persons.
The offer upset my mother because she did everything she could to stop me. She didn't think that it was a good idea for me to completely leave Europe. She also told Thomas that she could not spare me.
I told him everything that I would have to sacrifice by accepting my offer. He might not be able to see his family again, and I would take a tremendous amount of work to be at this university.
I was also greatly motivated by all the deaf children in the community who lacked language and did not receive any education. I was also adventurous and liked the idea of getting to go somewhere where I had never been before.
So we headed on our voyage aboard the Mary Augustus on June 18th, 1816. This lasted a whole 52 days.
Well, being the smart man that I am, I decided to use this time to teach Thomas the method of signs for abstract ideas. And in return, Thomas gave me a tutoring in the English language, even though I already had a considerable amount of skills of writing in English, just based on what I wrote in my diary.
So when we arrived in Hartford, Connecticut, I got the privilege to introduce Lauren to Alice Coswell, my inspiration.
On April 15th, 1817, we rented rooms to start our beginning at our school. We were lucky enough to have 7 students enroll, of course having Alice to be one of them. We decided to change the name of the American School for the Deaf.
During the successful opening, we began to get more and more students enrolling. Students ranging from the ages of 10 through 51.
So basically, in the end, we made it possible and easier for the deaf community to practice and learn English skills. We definitely made a huge impact on all the people we taught. The end.
Yay.